Hey everybody, and welcome to our very first virtual practical making session. I hope you guys have all picked up your bags with all of the things you're going to need to make our marble keychains this month. In just a second, I'll go through what was in the bags, and then I'll take you step by step through those instructions so we can make our marble keychains. Okay, so when you came through the drive-thru and picked up your bags, hopefully this is what you found on the inside. We've got our direction sheet that's going to walk us through all of the steps and gives an idea of what your finished project might look like. We've got the kind of plastic bowl that's going to hold your water. We included 3 different sizes of wooden bead. I think I ended up using 4 for mine. You can use them all. You can only use 3. It's kind of up to you what you want your keychain to look like. We've got 4 skewers. Then we have the washi tape that we're going to use to get those skewers ready. 3 different colors of the marbling paint. A gold keychain, and then I included 3 different colors of the silk cord. And you can use all of them, you can use one of them, whatever you guys think looks best for the finished product of your keychain. All right, let's get started. The first thing that we're gonna do is I'm going to tear some pieces of this washi tape. I want a decent amount of it. One for each skewer. And if you take one of the beads, doesn't matter which one, but you'll see that it will fit over the skewer, but it will slide down. And what we want to do is get the washi tape on there to stop it from sliding. We want to try to keep the bead right here, and that way it's super easy to kind of sweep the end through the paint and the water mixture that we're going to be using. So I start it at an angle onto the skewer, and then basically you're kind of just spinning it around. And I'm going to tear it off, and I'm going to do that same thing again. And what you're trying to do is just make it so that right here it's a little thick enough so that that wooden bead will get stuck on there. So I'm going to do it one more time. Angle it down and let that kind of slide around. And you can check it and see kind of how it's going. So it looks like mine is not going to go down any further than that, which is pretty much just what I want. So I'll set that one aside and I'll get started on the next one. And I'm just going to do that however many times, however many beads you're using. And you can put 2 beads on a single skewer. You can do all 3 of them on the same. I think I did all mine separately because I wanted a little bit more control when I was putting them through the mix. Let's check and see how that one's at. That looks pretty good. You're also going to want them to stick on there because when you dry them, you'll in effect be kind of setting them upright, and you want the bead to stay put. So we'll do this last one, and then I will show you how to get started. Yeah, it's going to need a little bit more. As soon as we get this one ready to go, I'll show you how to get started. Will that do it? Yeah. So now that we've got our skewers, we'll go ahead and get started on the water and paint portion. Okay, so we've got our skewers ready, we've got our dish ready, I've got some room temperature, slightly on the warm side, water ready. And like it says in the directions, I think it's most helpful to read through steps 2 and steps 3 to make sure that you are ready for what's going to come next, because after you put the marble paint in the water, you're going to want to move kind of quickly. So I am going to fill this up, and I went almost up to this edge with mine. So, you know, deep enough that when you turn those wooden skewers through, you're not going to hit the bottom because you don't want it to mess with your paint colors. Okay, so we've got our water in here. We've got our dye pots. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, and you're going to put in little bits of dye. See if I can do this to the side so you guys can kind of see. And see how it kind of spreads out along the top? So I've got some purple in there. I'm gonna do a little bit of blue. And then I just want maybe maybe we'll do three bits of the gold. I'm gonna take that last skewer that I have, and just like if you're doing a marble cake, you just want those colors to get kind of mixed up in there. And then pretty quickly, I'm gonna turn it through. There's one. I want a lot of gold on that second one. There's two. And my third one, also a lot of gold on there. There's my third one. And I'm just gonna spin that until it stops any dripping that happens. So I have my three, and what I'm gonna do is you can set them, you know, wherever you want. It's okay to set them here. Now, if you wanted to do a second batch, or you decide, you know, I only did 3, but maybe I want to add in some more of the balls, at this point, I would empty this out and start fresh. This is going to get pretty solid pretty quick, and it stops giving you pretty colors and starts giving you this kind of gummy mixture. And even though it looks like I can clear most of it out with my skewer, I would still do brand new water, brand new paint to go ahead and do that last bit. So we're gonna let these dry for just a little bit. If you're not happy with what's on there, you can always also do a second batch and sweep them through again, get some more color. I kind of like how this one has some stripes working. I may try to clear off a little bit of that gum. And this one almost has some spotting, which I also kind of like. Even though we've all got the same colors, everyone's is going to turn out a little bit differently. I even got some natural color left on there, which I like too. And you don't have to do all 3 colors. You can do an all gold one, an all purple one, and all blue one. You can do an all gold and no other colors. Totally up to you. Okay, so you're going to want to let those dry until they are touchable and it won't wipe off or stick to your fingers. I decided to go with the green thread because that made me the happiest. And I cut it off so it's about the distance of those 3 with a little extra room. So the first thing I'm going to do is pass it through my keychain like this. And then this loop on this end, I'm going to take the 2 loose ends here and I'm just going to slip them right through. And when I pull tight, that's going to hold. I want to make sure that you're not over the thinnest part here. You want to make sure that your loop is over both parts. So the thin part of the keychain is there, the thick part is here, and you've got your loop. And then all of these should feed through 2 at a time. So both pieces of that cord should go through pretty easily. And then the last one should still fit both of them through pretty easily. And then we're just going to tie a knot on the end. There we go. And I'm just going to try to make sure that before I get it too tight, I move it as close to the end of those three as I can. And then I'll go ahead and pull it tight. And now you have your marbled wooden keychain. And that's pretty much all there is to it. If you guys have any questions, I'm at the library. You can certainly call and ask for me and I'll do my best to explain, or you can come on in if you've got some time. Just make sure that you're wearing a mask so you can come in. So thanks for following along. I hope all of that was pretty easy to follow for you guys. Next month, we're going to be doing the same thing, the same virtual pick up your craft bags in the drive-thru, and then we'll post a video on that following Wednesday. And we're going to do lavender and rice. I think sachet is the correct way to say it, sachet. I'll do some research into it and know for sure next time I talk to you guys. So thank you again. Have a good month, guys. Bye.